Okay, welcome back to the lecture number 5 of C++ programming. Okay, and in the previous lecture I have covered a very important topic, that is inheritance. Okay, if you haven't checked that out, so I would request you to kindly go back and check that first and then come back to this lecture. So this is Srivastava, going to start our fifth lecture in C++ programming. So now we will be talking about inheritance versus composition. Okay, so these both are two different things. So here you can say inheritance is it is written uh, with a lot of weightage that inheritance is a class circle. Here we are creating our inheritance class. Okay, base class we can say. Okay, and it has all the public, it has all the access to public access to which class? Shape. Okay, here we are making a class which has all the access to the class, to all the public access to this class shape. Okay, this is what it is written over here, and this is what inheritance is. Okay, and now what is composition? Okay, composition has inheritance class. Okay, it is itself an inheritance class and it has an inheritance class. So what is written over here? That class circle. Okay, so it is a class circle, and here inside this if you will see you have this private, it can either be private, public, or protected. So here you have a private class and which has all the access of this class shape and m shape. Okay, it is written over here, shape m shape, it is written over here. So it is not exactly the same inheritance. It has inheritance classes and it is itself the inheritance class. Okay, so now what is written over here? That decision should be based on communality of interface. Okay, so what you are going to use, your decision should be based on how you are going to differentiate that, how you are going to use this either inheritance you are going to use in this particular example or question, or you are going to use composition. So you have to decide on the basis of communality of interface. Okay, so interface will be a major deciding factor that whether you are going to use the inheritance or composition. Okay, so I think it is clear to you now. Now come on to the multiple inheritance. Okay, so inheritance can be multiple also. Okay, in the previous lecture when I was discussing about the inheritance, we have told you that how multiple inheritance can also be there, right? So see, if here we have a parent class, or you can see the base class, we can also have a derived class of it in it. Okay, here we can, like this, we can have our derived classes. Okay, so this is the base class and it is a derived class, and then what can happen, then we can have another class also, that is the base class, and then we can have a derived class of it also. Okay, so here it, how a multiple inheritance can be. Okay, and this can also access its information directly if you will mention that it is a derived class of this class also. Okay, so now we are going to read it whatever it is here, that C++ allow you to inherit from multiple base classes. Okay, that is what I was trying to say, that it is a base class for this also, this derived class, and this is also a base class for this derived class also. Okay, so this is what written over here from a multiple base classes. Okay, and what it works for the best, what is it work for the best. Okay, so exactly one base class has I class passes ISA test. What is ISA? ISA is nothing but instruction. Better you write by listening me, because I don't have a write pad to write on it. I'm writing just on the keypad, keyboard, mouse board. Then instruction, structure, and then architecture. Instruction, structure, architecture. Okay, so what is it, how it, what are the function of it, this you will be studying in a completely different subject, that is named as computer architecture and organization. Okay, where you will be learning that how load and how store and how other things are going over inside it. So this you will learn over here. Okay, so let us move on from here for now, that all the other base classes are interfaces. Okay, as you can see over here, all the other base classes which you can see are interfaces. And I told you in the previous slide that this interface only will be helpful to you to decide between inheritance and composition, right? So all the other base classes are interfaces. Okay. This is interface to this. This is interface to this. So this is how I was what I was telling about. Okay. Then what is the next point? Advanced feature that is rarely needed. Okay, this is the advanced feature that is rarely needed. Okay, you might not be using it quite often, but still we should discuss about it. That class my dialog. Okay, this is a name given to the class, and inside it what we are doing, we are setting it in a public domain. Okay, then cd dialog, which from where we can access all the data. C dialog. Okay, my dialog is a derived class from a base C dialog class, and which has all the public access to all the data of this inherited class, that is C dialog. And here we are writing observer. Okay, so my dialog is a C dialog. Okay, that is what in what way you can call it. Okay, that my dialog is a C dialog because it has all the access to the information that C dialog has. Okay, that is my dialog has all the access to the information that C dialog has. And then the next point comes that my dialogs needs a single method from observer. Okay, my dialogs needs a single method from the observer, that is lightweight class. Okay, this will be called as a lightweight class. Here what we are talking about, this observer we are talking about, and this is what a lightweight class. And so it is just again mentioning of some architecture, that is MVC architecture, and that too we are not going to discuss over here because that is part of a completely different subject. Okay, and for learning C++, you necessarily not required to know all these things. Just you learn the syntax, how to solve these things, and get the clear picture of how to use this concept and what is basically the um, logic we are building behind by using all these instruction sets. Okay, so multiple inheritance is over now, so we should now what is polymorphism. Polymorphism is again a very important concept in any coding language. Okay, and it is present in C++ language also. So now we will be talking about what is polymorphism is. Okay, so polymorphism is nothing but the ability to assume different forms. Okay, polymorphism is nothing but an ability to assume different forms. Okay, this is one of the simplest uh, definition we can say about the polymorphism. One object acts like many different type of objects. For example, shape. Okay, here what is going to be that one object acts like many different type of object. Okay, that is what exactly happens in the polymorphism. Now, getting the right behavior without knowing the type. Okay, this is also where place where we can use polymorphism as a tool, that we can get the right behavior without even knowing the type what we are going to input. Okay, so it is also very good thing because there are some cases when we don't know the type, still we can get the right behavior. Okay, and that too with the help of this polymorphism only. And then next thing which comes to it is the manipulates object with a common set of operation. What it does, it just manipulates the objects with what? With a common set of operation. It just manipulates the object with a common set of operations. Okay, that what are those operations that we will be going to discuss later on. Okay, then there are, it has two types. Okay, it is generally divided into two types, that is a runtime, which is called as virtual functions, and second is called the compile time, that are called as templates. Okay, both of these things we will be looking into in the upcoming lectures. And for now you should remember just that polymorphism had two types, that is runtime, which is more famously called as the virtual functions. Okay, and second is the compiler time, which is more commonly called as templates. You might know about the STL, right? A standard template library. So that is basically a part of this compile time only in the polymorphism. Okay. So I think that's it for today. We will see you in the next lecture. This is Yashwastaf signing off. Thank you.